The Mercenary's Revolt, The Secret of Xylos. The year is 2347. The great human-alien war, it's not fought by armies anymore. It's fought by corporations. For profit. We used to fight for survival, now we fight for stock prices. And the one place where this whole cynical circus comes to a head is Xylos. A forgotten moon, orbiting a dead planet, where both sides are digging for the same prize. But the prize isn't fuel, or minerals, or strategic ground. It's a secret. A piece of alien tech so powerful that if one side gets it, the war doesn't just end, humanity disappears. The war between humanity and the Drakk, a brutal, reptilian race obsessed with territorial expansion, has been raging for 3 decades. But about 10 years ago, something shifted. The governments got tired of the bloodshed, the constant debt, and the political instability. They outsourced. Enter the PMC, the private military corporations. Groups like Aegis Defense and Black Star took over the front lines, turning the galaxy into a volatile, lucrative market. War became a business model. Our story follows Kael Rourke, a former United Earth Starfleet pilot who was court-martialed for insubordination and subsequently scooped up by the highest bidder. Now he flies a beat-up gunship for a mid-tier PMC, running supply lines and doing dirty work, a classic gun for hire, fueled by cheap stimulants and expensive regret. The current hotspot is the moon Xylos. It's a bleak, rust-colored rock with no atmosphere, but it has one thing both sides are willing to bankrupt themselves for: the Crinium-9 ore. Or so the official reports claim. The truth is, Crinium-9 is just a cover story. Both the human PMCs and the Drakk's equivalent, the Kael Collective, are sacrificing thousands of lives to control the deep mines on Xylos. The propaganda machines run 24/7, feeding the public stories of heroism and resource scarcity. But Kael, who has seen too many bodies and too many false flags, doesn't believe a word of it. He's just here for the credits. But even a mercenary has a breaking point. Kael's breaking point arrives with a disastrous operation deep beneath the surface of Xylos. His squadron was hired by Aegis to secure a newly excavated chamber, supposedly rich with crinium. But when they breached the door, they found no ore. Instead, they found a pristine, geometrically impossible structure, clearly not Drakk, and certainly not human. The structure was built from a glowing, obsidian-like material that seemed to absorb all light and sound. It radiated ancient power. And it was guarded by a platoon of Drakk elite, who were not fighting for territory, but protecting the room. Kael's squad was wiped out in the ensuing firefight. Kael survived only by luck, managing to crawl into an unexplored ventilation shaft. As he lay wounded, he wasn't thinking about revenge, he was trying to reconcile what he'd just seen. The Drakk are territorial, yes, but they are never defensive of resources, they are possessive. Why were they guarding this empty room like it was their holy temple using a salvaged Drakk data slate? Kael spent weeks operating in the shadows, patching together fragments of alien code and encrypted PMC communications. What he uncovered was staggering. The Crinium-9 was real, but it was just a byproduct. The thing both sides were fighting for was a teleportation gateway. An ancient, hyper-advanced piece of technology left behind by a forgotten galactic empire. A fully functional, stable gateway capable of transporting an entire fleet across light years in an instant. This changed everything. This wasn't a war for resources, it was a race for absolute, instantaneous supremacy. The side that controls the gateway controls the choke point of the entire galaxy. They could bypass all known defenses and land an invasion fleet right above Earth or right above the Drakk home world. The secret wasn't just a discovery, it was a ticking doomsday clock. Kael now faced a profound, terrifying choice. He could sell the information to the highest bidder. Aegis would pay him billions. He'd be rich, set for life, and gone from this war. But that would simply hand the ultimate weapon to one of the corrupt factions, guaranteeing the total annihilation of the other. The corporate war would turn into a galactic purge. He had to destroy it. But how do you destroy technology that is functionally invulnerable? He sought out an unlikely alliance, a small, independent group of anti-war rebels who lived off the grid. People Kael Rourke, the cynical mercenary, once laughed at. He found their leader, a former scientist named Dr. Lena Hsu, who confirmed his discovery. She explained that the gateway wasn't powered by conventional means, it was held together by a quantum entanglement field. It could only be destroyed from within, by introducing an extreme counter-frequency, a suicidal mission. Kael didn't hesitate. This wasn't about credits anymore. It was about the difference between being a hired gun and being human. Kael Rourke, the renegade pilot, flew his beat-up gunship, now loaded with Dr. Hsu's improvised counter-frequency device, back toward Xylos. He wasn't wearing a PMC uniform, he was wearing the patched-up remnants of his old Starfleet flight suit. He bypassed both the human and Drakk patrols, using his decade of deep space smuggling knowledge. He fought his way into the ancient chamber, not against Drakk or corporate soldiers, but against everyone. He was the single point of resistance against the galaxy's descent into guaranteed, instantaneous oblivion. He managed to stabilize his ship within the field, triggering the device. The teleportation gateway didn't explode, it simply flickered and dissolved, imploding into a harmless cascade of quantum energy. Kael barely managed to escape, his ship venting atmosphere, his body battered, but his mission accomplished. The war didn't end that day. The PMCs and the Drakk continued to fight over the dust of Xylos, both sides frantically trying to cover up the fact that the secret weapon was gone. But Kael Rourke, the mercenary, was now a ghost. He took the only way out, becoming a protector of the truth, a rogue element hunting down the corrupt corporate leaders who profit from endless, meaningless slaughter. The gateway is gone, but the knowledge of its existence is now Kael's burden. And as long as he lives, the galaxy has one less instrument of ultimate destruction. What a ride, right? The ultimate weapon was a lie, and the hero was the one who was supposed to be the villain. It makes you wonder, how many wars are fought for reasons the public never hears? If this gritty, cynical take on the future of warfare resonated with your own skepticism, please do two things for me right now. First, prove that integrity still matters by hitting the like button on this video. Your support is the only currency that matters on this channel. Second, if you want to follow Kael Rourke's journey as a galactic vigilante and see him dismantle the mercenary corporations one by one, then you absolutely need to subscribe and turn on notifications. The next chapter of this revolt is coming soon. And for those of you fascinated by technology, I've linked another deep dive video right here, the real physics behind teleportation, sci-fi to reality. Click that, and let us keep challenging the status quo together. Thank you for tuning in. Never stop asking what they're really fighting for.